This is RTE Radio 1 broadcasting on AM and stereo FM 1. Now, Voiceover, our weekly access radio program presented by you, the listeners. Time now at 7.
My eyes open wide and me in the bed. It was 4 in the morning in August, and I scratched at me head because Dowlad was there, looking down with a stare and a sharpening stone and an oil can, and sections for a mowing arm, and rivets and a hammer. "Get up, you," says he, "and give me a hand. I'm going to mow the bottom in Draminchin this morning." This was outlying land, says he. "It's not dry, it's wet, but it's as dry as it'll be. You can take out the back and sweat. Come on," says he, "I haven't long." "Good enough," says I, "and it's wet. I'll wear me Wellington so, aye. And clothes," says he, "or you'll catch that yoke in the mowing machine. The string of me pyjamas, you know." He never come into the room unless there was work to be done when he was alive. He's gone 13 years now, dead. We buried him and all. He even said goodbye to me mother the day he died. "Good luck," says he. "I'm gone." A man of few words. He had every meadow mowed and won, bar one, this one, the bottom in Draminchin. "I left it too long, but there's a bit of weather coming now," says he, "a bit of light wind and sun, and the frogs and swallows are not carrying on. I'm mannerly enough today for hay," says he. "Come on and put on your clothes, I haven't long." Closed the door. He had never done that before, come into the room while he was dead, and I got up and out of the bed and never said, "That's strange, I must be dreaming." And I didn't go around the house shouting and screaming, "Dowlad's alive, hallelujah," I did not, and that's for sure, because Dowlad, he could be a contrary whoa when there was work to be done. And I put on me clothes and went downstairs and put on me Wellingtons, and Dowlad was there combing his hair, and my mother was there too in the kitchen making tea and an egg and porridge and bread. He always ate well in the mornings, me father, whether he was alive or dead. And I looked at me mother to see if she was pleased to be back boiling eggs and providing meals, but she wasn't. She was the same as him when there was work to be done, determined and robust and steadfastly strong. But he lit up when she brought him his tea, and so did she, although nothing was said. And he tore into his breakfast, and his egg and his bread, and then he looked at the clock, and he looked at me, and he looked at her, and then says he, "Go out you and put on the mowing arm, and fill a drum of diesel, and get a rake and a fork, and a vice grips, and a grace gun, and don't be long, I'll be out in a minute when I finish me tea." And I got up, and I went out, and I left them be. Gathered up tools for the day, and I kept watch on the house and the back door and the backyard where we used to play. And then the door opened softly, but no one came through, and I doubted me senses, aye, and me sanity. And then I heard Radio Eireann from back in the day, and the house filled with music, and old Waylon Jennings' tune played. And that wasn't right at 4:15 in the morning, and work to be done. And I ran to the house and I peeked in the door in case something was wrong. But it wasn't. And then I saw something that I hadn't seen before. The two of them dancing around on the floor and carrying on, and Radio Eireann playing their song. And I didn't like watching, so I went back to bed. Says I, that man has no interest in mowing. This is all in me head. And I took off me Wellingtons and I fell into a trance. And I said a prayer that night for all couples, living and dead, that they too might dance.